Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. Today we are doing a memory spread or a rewind plan with me, and we are planning out the week of June 5th through to, oh god, let me count, June 11th. So June 5th to June 11th. I don't have date numbers on this particular spread, so I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know what the date is. I literally had to physically count the columns. But the kit that I'm using today is a kit from Plannerface. I am obsessed with Plannerface, if you didn't already know that. And this kit, I couldn't pass it up. So this kit was a kit that Anna created. It was, I think it's from Clip Art, like Clip Art Kits made the clip art. And with this particular one, Anna was actually featured in the clip art. And this week was actually the week of, I think it was it the anniversary sale? I think it was the Plannerface anniversary. I could be wrong. Like, this is so long ago, and I unfortunately didn't specify anything other than Plannerface sale. And so when I was looking at my kits, I think I had this one and another one there that I could potentially use for this particular week. And I wasn't sure, and I ummed and ahed, and I, deliberated over it for a long time. And I decided that this would be the best time to actually use this kit, because when else would I use a kit that has Anna from Plannerface in it? So Plannerface anniversary, Plannerface sale, I was like, I have to do it. So naturally, I use the Anna box in the top left-hand corner as like the focus point. But I couldn't pass up using this particular kit for this particular week. So there you have the very long-winded explanation as to why I chose this kit for this week. Looking at the spread, I don't know whether it's because it's still lacking foil. Like, a lot of the spreads that I did in 2023, I didn't foil as much as I normally would. And that is a combination of not really being into filming. Like, in 2023, I struggled a lot with burnout, motivation. I didn't really want to sit down and plan a lot of these weeks. So it was kind of very much when I sat down to film, and I got out of there as quickly as I could. So I didn't want to spend, extra time foiling and that sort of thing. But then in addition to that, whilst I do have a lot of foil bundles, I seem to have a lot of fun foil color bundles, and I don't have a lot of those core colors anymore. So I don't have the silvers, I don't have the golds, I don't have much holographic foil. So when you come to a kit like this that very much screams silver foil to me, when I don't have silver foil, it makes it very hard to kind of foil this kit and make it look as foily and pretty as I would want it to look. So with that in mind, I still haven't foiled this kit. Like, as I'm doing this voiceover today, I still haven't foiled the kit. So it still seems a little bit lackluster to me, and I don't know whether it is because I haven't foiled it or whether it's the colors. I feel like in previous years, I've also struggled with planner spreads that are very pastel. It's like I like the deeper, richer color palettes, and when I do anything that's too light, too pastel, too neutral, it's like I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, when I looked at this kit, I was like, it's so beautiful, it's so pretty, and it really is. Like, it's a gorgeous kit. But then when I look at it on paper, I feel like it's maybe too muted for my taste. I don't know. Maybe once I add some foil, once I find the perfect foil bundle for it, maybe I'll love it more, but I don't know. I'm a weirdo. It's me. That's who I am as a person. But nonetheless, I do enjoy the spread. I do think it turned out beautifully. It's just as one of those spreads where it was prettier in the kit, and then when I laid it down, I didn't really do it justice, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens. I need to foil it, and hopefully by the time I do a planet flip through, it's really weird. I've done my best this year not to go back and look at my spreads much, because I wanted, like, when I do my planner flip through, I want to, like, reminisce and, like, relive that moment and those memories. So it'll be interesting to see, like, in a couple of weeks, probably longer, let's be honest, when I do a planner flip through, once I've finished everything, once I've foiled everything properly, how I feel about this spread. With that said, let's go ahead and actually jump into the weekly plans, the events that happened in this week. It's a very stock standard week for me in the sidebar space. So there you go. You can see me laying down Anna in my planner there. Hello, Anna, if you are watching. But I've used my 2 sidebar, like traditional, like the full boxes. I've done the traditional like paint splodges up in the top left hand corner. I've tracked my socials. And then I made a purpose or a note here. This is following on the week from when my guinea pig got sick and we had to rush him to the vet because he was unwell. We had to start hand feeding him daily. I think it was twice daily. And we had to give him like 3 different medications. So he had like an antibiotic, he had a painkiller, and there was something else. So it was like, maybe it was only 2. I don't know. He was having 2 or 3 different types of like liquid medications in addition to the 2, like feeding him 2 times a day, in addition to working full time. It was just, yeah, like I said it in my last plan with me. It was just, the back end of 2023 was something. So let's go ahead and start on the plans for the week. So on Monday, the first thing that I have noted was that I had an early start to the morning. We had to take our guinea pig to the vet. So this is where we went to the vet. The vet told us, what the concerns were, what the issues were, that we would have to hand feed, that we would have to give him these medications. So that was a big day. I can't remember if I called in sick. No, so I had a half day. So we went to the vet and then I came back and then I worked. Okay. So we went to the vet appointment. On the way home from the vet appointment, because usually we have a vet appointment at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But by the time we get organized to leave, to get there with enough time to like be on time, it's a huge morning. So we actually got a McDonald's breakfast on the way home. I think I had hot cakes, which I like buttered and covered in syrup in the car. And then I kind of like folded them up into like little taco type things and ate them like driving. And then, like I said, I did work for the remainder of the day. I don't know if it was a full half day or if I started work at like 11:30. I can't remember. But I essentially worked a half day that day. So I've marked work there. I then marked after work that I had a little bit of a YouTube binge. And then that evening, my husband and I watched Supernatural because we were still soldiering our way through the 15 seasons of Supernatural at this point. Also, before I forget, I should say this at the beginning of every video, but for some reason I always fail to and I always forget. If you do have any questions about where any of the stickers are from that I am using, I will link the stores that I've used in this spread in the description below. But if you want to know where something specific is from and not have to go looking, at the different links and websites, definitely drop that in the comments below and I will respond to you as soon as I can. My God, I have like a frog in my throat and it is the worst possible time. Although to be fair, this is the 3rd voiceover I'm doing today, so I'm trying to soldier through and do as many voiceovers as I can to get this content out to you guys, so that probably doesn't help. But on Tuesday, I started out the day by marking work. I then did some laundry on this day as well, and I did some cleaning and tidying up, so I've marked that in my planner as well. Once I got done with that, I did mark having a cup of coffee, and then I sat down and hung out on Twitch. I've said it to you guys before. I myself do stream on Twitch very occasionally. I kind of came back beginning of December, and then like the December holidays came, and then I stopped streaming, and I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of stream sporadically, but I do stream on Twitch, and I also have some friends that stream on Twitch, so I do tend to watch Twitch a lot. So this evening I was watching Twitch. I then marked chilling with my doggies that night, and that we finished off Tuesday by watching more Supernatural, of course. On to Wednesday, started off the day with some work. I've then marked tidying up, and then I have a little thing that I didn't put an icon on and I didn't write anything in, so I don't know what that was for. Apologies. I then marked with a little coffee cup there that my brother came to visit. My brothers don't tend to come up a lot unless it's like a holiday like Easter or birthdays or Christmas or something like that. So on this day, my brother did come up spontaneously, which is fine. Like, I love that. I love to see my brothers. So he showed up and we just had coffee and we chilled and we talked for a couple of hours. So that was lovely. I wanted to mark that. And then, so my guinea pig... No, so the Monday was the day he actually went in and they told us he had like a dental problem and that they wanted to keep him and do dental surgery. So we didn't actually bring him home on the Monday. We admitted him on Monday. I think he had the procedure on Tuesday, and then my husband picked him up on the Wednesday, or we both picked him up on the Wednesday after work. I can't remember. But yeah, that's what that was. He had a dental procedure. He had x-rays. It was like ridiculous. Like the MRI thing that he had was like $1,200. It is absolutely insane. It's ludicrous, but it's my pet and I love him, so I'm going to do what I can. So yeah, he stayed in. And then we bring him home on the Wednesday. So I've marked that Honks came home that night. Because it was another stressful long day, we had Pizza Hut for dinner, healthy eating for the win. And then that evening, I marked that it was the first lot of medication we gave him that night and the first syringe feed that we gave him following the vet's orders. Because we'd obviously started hand feeding him the week before when we noticed he wasn't well. And then as per doctor's orders, we officially started like his new hand feed medication regime. On to Thursday, I've marked the day, marked at the top of the day work. I've then marked that it was not a very productive day. I think I was just very in my head. I was stressed about the guinea pig, that sort of thing. That evening, I did have my waxing and nail appointments. So I've, of course, marked both of those. And then it's kind of like a tradition whenever I go to those appointments, because I don't end up getting home until 9:30. I generally just get something in the drive-thru for dinner. So I tend to gravitate towards KFC. This night was no exception. So I got KFC for dinner. Then when I got home, I marked that we spent some time with the dogs and that I watched Twitch. On Friday, I did have a day off, so I had a long weekend. It was much needed after the chaos that had been the previous week. So when I woke, I did put on some laundry. I had my morning coffee, and I very much had a lazy do-nothing day. I tend to have a lot of those. It's probably really bad. Like, I tend to not do the things that I should do on my days off, and I just veg. And whilst I know that I should and could do that as well because resting is required, like I don't know, it always feels like a waste of a day. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just me, but I did nothing the entire day. That evening I did mark organizing my stickers and that I had a Subway for dinner and that I did upload a plan with me on this night. Very rare that I upload on a Friday, but apparently I did. Saturday, I have marked sleeping in the morning, and then when I got up, I had my breakfast, did the usual thing, and then I've marked that I filmed a video. I've then marked the Planner Face sale was on. I think it started on the Friday, but I didn't actually place my personal order until the Saturday, so I marked that. I've then marked having yet another coffee. I've marked that my team versus the Brisbane Broncos, and unfortunately we did lose 30-36. This frog, I swear. Did my screen just glitch out? I don't know what I just did there. And then I finished off Saturday by marking that I had a YouTube binge. And then to wrap up this week and finalize the plan with me, on Sunday, the first thing that I marked is that I slept in super late. So I probably slept until like 12 o'clock. Who knows? I've then marked that my husband and I decided to go out for breakfast. We don't do that a lot, but this particular day we went out to Billy Baxter's for breakfast. It wasn't great. It was breakfast. We wanted to try somewhere new. Trial and error sometimes, but this place wasn't particularly wonderful. I then marked that I got a takeaway coffee from Billy Baxter's before we left. And then we just kind of walked around the shops. We went to Big W, we went to Coles, and we did a little bit of a grocery shop. And then when we came home, I've just marked chilling out with my puppies, and that once again, I uploaded another plan with me video. And that is the entire week done and dusted. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here and you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing and possibly even placing a comment in the comments section below. I am definitely trying hard to grow my channel. I'm hoping that all of this content will help. And moving into 2024, I definitely want to try and be more consistent. I don't know what that looks like, whether it's just going to be a one video a week type thing, because quite honestly, I tried to do more than one video a week in 2023 and it worked at some points, but then it just got a little bit overwhelming. I couldn't really keep up. So I think I'm going to stick to trying to get one video up per week, and then any extra videos will just be bonus content. I'm not going to promise them, but I'm going to hopefully deliver at least the one minimum video per week. And hopefully I can get to 500 subscribers by the end of next year, and then anything above that is just going to be a bonus. I think I've been trying to get to 500 subscribers for the longest time, and I've just been stuck between this 400, 500 area. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's crazy. I'm not focusing on numbers. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it as a hobby. I like sharing with you guys, but any support would be appreciated. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.